Beach, yes, you can see line.
Sea line is just...
Just in process of let go 29. Route up.
UKG sea line is just, thank you. Did you say in the channel or outside of the channel?
Pulling from the red line buoy into the main channel, pulling to the north.
UKG sea line, traffic for you. Marina is underway from 102. And inward bound, Oceania, Montreal, North Burbage Buoy, or container terminal.
Oh, copy, thank you.
Yes.
Ahoy, shipmates! Blimey, it's an early one this morning. I see we've got a tug. Looks like the Spitzer Gate helping the Oceania Marina depart. I didn't think there was that much wind. According to my little weather map here, there's hardly any wind out there. Very gentle this morning. But anyway, there is a tug in assistance for Oceania Marina for a very early morning departure. Very unusual. We don't often get morning departures here in the Port of Southampton. Normally it's all in the evenings. The Oceania Marina had called in. She called in the other day, actually. I think she was avoiding the storms that we had coming in. So she spent the overnight in Southampton, which is unusual. We don't normally get overnight cruise ships in the Port of Southampton either. She's currently on a 22-day one-way cruise to Barcelona. So she's departing from Southampton, and she called in at Edinburgh, then Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands, then Stornoway in the Isle of Lewis and Harris, then Dublin in Republic of Ireland, then Belfast in Northern Ireland, Liverpool in England, Cork in Republic of Ireland, and then Torbay. Then she's popping in back into Southampton. Now she's heading off to Saint Malo in France, Bordeaux in France, then Bilbao in Spain, La Coruña in Spain, Port in Portugal, Lisbon in Portugal, Alicante in Spain, Valencia in Spain, and eventually arriving in Barcelona. Some lovely conditions this morning. The local bunkering vessel, Oceania, was radioing earlier. She's just going to wait here until the Oceania Marina has passed by. See, it's quite busy. It's like rush hour this morning. All the red funnel ferries, red funnel off to the Isle of Wight, red jet back from the Isle of Wight. That's the Spitzer Gate. I don't think it's Spitzer Gate's actually doing much, if I can be honest here. The rope in between the Spitzer Gate and the Oceania Marina looks a bit slack. Construction for the Southampton Boat Show is continuing at a frenetic pace down there. I'd imagine we'll probably see the roof up on the marquee that's down there. By the end of the day, I would imagine. Oh, well, there's shipmates in the chat. Oh, plenty of shipmates in the chat. Oh, there's Steve Mack. Oh, there's Catherine Licia. Oh, there's Deborah Speller. Oh, there's Vectis. Oh, there's Neil Mundy. Oh, there's Jane Welch. Says, oh, she says very wet starts to the day on the Isle of Wight. The sun is trying to go out now. Yes, it was. Has been very wet and windy this morning. That's very true.
Aravica, thank you and have a good one.
Yeah, as you can see, the road down there is wet. It's certainly pouring a little while ago. No rain at the moment. I think the weather is on the improve. Well, there's Spike. Well, there's Alpha Mama. Well, there's shipmate Randy Barnes. He's over there in San Diego. He says he should be in bed. Oh, yes, it's probably about 11 o'clock for you, isn't it? Something like that. She's getting some quite nice colours on the side of Wittonia there. It's about this time of year where we get some lovely colours for the arrivals of ships. Don't really get many departures this time of the day. The Oceania Marina is 14 years old, built in 2011. Now, I have had the radio on, but I haven't heard any passenger or crew numbers. But I would imagine there's somewhere in the region of about 1,100 people, 1,100 passengers on board, about 800 crew. I had a ship visit on the Oceania Marina not so long ago, actually, a couple of months ago. Very enjoyable indeed. It was great to see what's going on there. They pride themselves on being a sort of entry-level luxury or something, I think they call themselves. So although they are a little more expensive than the mainstream lines, lots of things are included. So by the time you factor in that Wi-Fi is included and all the specialty dining is included and all the other things, by the time you factor in all those different bits and pieces, they're not actually that much more expensive. And they do pride themselves on their catering. They were the first cruise lines to have onboard cooking schools. So in fact, in some of the ports, they go as far as when you go for your shore excursion, you go for a shore excursion in the port and go to the local market, pick up items, take them back to your cooking school, cook them up, and then have them to eat. As opposed to immerse you in the local cuisine. So there's some extra marquees down there as well. That's in the just behind the restaurant there. Yeah, the Oceania line also prides themselves. I think it was on this ship, the ratio of passengers to chefs was 10 passengers per chef. And then on their newer ship, which the name escapes me for the second, the ratio was going to increase to 8 passengers per chef. The entire ship must be full of chefs. The Oceania line, it's owned by Norwegian Cruise Lines.
With Southampton beaches.
And she has a number of sister ships, the Oceania Riviera, Oceania Vista, and the Oceania Allura. And she had a refurbishment last year, 2024, where they changed some of the restaurants on board. Yeah, last time I went for my ship visit, I had a 5-course lunch. Very smashing indeed it was. I wonder if I can find any pictures of my 5-course lunch on board. Let me have a quick look. What they do have on board is a really stunning private dining room. It looks like the weather is coming back in. I thought it was going to brighten up and we'd miss the rain, but no, it looks like the rain is coming back in. You can see it there over in Oceania. Yes, I just found some of my pictures of when I was on board. I'll show you them in a second. So it's a bit ready, Barnes. I said, I didn't realise it was an NCL upscale line. Yes, it is. I think it's very good. I've been on quite a few ships. I've never actually cruised on the Oceania line, but I've been on a few ship visits now, and I enjoy them very much. I'd like to try and go on a cruise one day, I think. Just looking to see if I can find some sample pricing, but I can't. Yeah, it's not. No, where we go? Here's one in November. There's a 12-day cruise, which is probably right up my street. Transatlantic. It's Tenerife to Miami, transatlantic, and that calls in the Canary Islands, Bridgetown and Barbados, Antigua, Puerto Rico, and then Miami and Florida. That's a 12-day cruise. That is around starting at £2,000 per person. Well, the shipmate Carol asks, a beautiful morning. I wonder how many passengers are awake at this time. That's a good question. Probably not many. I don't think we're going to get any waivers this morning. 7 o'clock, people just probably getting up. Going to head off for having a lovely breakfast. Yeah, look at the Spitzer Bargate more or less finished with her duties.
DTS, Red Eagle North. Permission to pay and speed, please.
Red Eagle, yes, carry on. traffic for you, Vitonia, and UKDC line by Ocean Dock with Marina. Marina completed her swing by 101, outward bound.
That's received. Thank you very much.
With it, Georgina Stevenson.
BTS Red Jet 7 shortly departing. Town Quay for cows.
Looks like the tug is pulling in the line there.
Just 7, yes. Thank you. Inward bound traffic, Vitonia and UKDC line by Ocean Dock. Marina is outward bound, 101 berth, having a poorly pass with OCL Montreal. OCL Montreal is clear channel vessel, south right middle. And also you may see with staff from S number 6 moving to 20.
That's all copy, thank you.
You can see the thrust from the Marina there, started to pick up. She's heading forward.
Montreal, thank you.
Little shipmate there on the bow. Just disconnecting the line. Yeah, the rain has come back again. He's certainly having some very unseasonal, typically British summer weather at the moment. Well, shipmate Caroline, she says she'd like the breakfast on board while watching the sail away. Yes, that would be unusual, wouldn't it? It's not normally it's round the other way, coming into port in the morning, not leaving port. Yeah, some peculiar weather going on out there. See some sort of sun. Raindrops on the camera again.
VTS, Marina, pier head out.
Marina, VTS.
Yeah, thanks for holding there, Steve. Yeah, no problem, Bruce.
Only picking up speed quite quickly, the Oceania Marina.
Please the leader. Please the leader. So
Just as I think that the rain's coming back in again. Yeah, so the Oceania Marina, she's either on a 12-day cruise to Barcelona or a 22-day cruise to Barcelona, depending on which one you got on. So she's done a little trip of the UK, back to Port Southampton, and then heads off to Barcelona. Next stop is
BTS Wittonia, that's us back underway up towards the Regal Princess, 106.
first port of call is Bordeaux in France. Then Bilbao in Spain, La Coruña in Spain, Port in Portugal, Lisbon in Portugal, then Alicante in Spain, Valencia in Spain.
Yeah, that's fine. Outward bound Marina, keep elbow, and inward bound Oceania Montreal. Notice, fully pass.
And then heading round to Barcelona ultimately.
6, busiest. Thank you. Good. Traffic inward bound, Oceania, Montreal, Nordic Buoy and clear channel vessels. Which star is on the way from S to number 6, inward bound to 22 berths. Marina, Imp, Elbow, outward bound.
Then she's heading off to Rome after that. And then down to Greece. There's a whole variety of itineraries. Not necessarily based in any one port at any particular time. That's one of the features of the smaller ships like the Oceania line. They have a much more variety of itineraries. So when I took my ship visit on board last time, this is a private dining room that you can hire right at the front of the ship in between two of the restaurants, and it looks forwards over the bow. Absolutely phenomenal room. Right between the two restaurants. That's something you can hire for an additional cost. They said, for instance, if a group of you on board for a birthday or a special occasion.
BTS Seagoing, good morning. Just breaking away from Marchwood Wharf and I'm bound the dry dock. I've got 4 POV and a maximum draft of 2.1.
18, yes, good morning and all. Thank you.
Now, when I was on board last time, they treated me to a 5-course lunch. I think there was some sort of crab cake to start with, a little bit of risotto, and we moved on to this dish here, which I think it was some sort of fish, but it was really well presented, and it had this little tiny cute peg. Must be the smallest closed peg in the entire world I've ever seen. It kept the bamboo wrapped around the I think it was tuna. I'll go back and have a look at the menu, see exactly what it was. Then there were some petit fours, and then ultimately the dessert, some sort of heart attack chocolate cake. Very good indeed.
Up to 6, but yeah, if you're faster than that, carry on. Oh, if you're increasing your speed to 6, just hang back this year. We're still just doing about 3 knots for a while. All right then, I'll stay on your port quarter here if you're going up to 6. No problem. Yeah, we're slow increasing, but yeah, I'm set for 6 knots. Right, champion. Thank you.
It's fairly busy here in the port in the morning. Ferries are super busy. People going over to the Isle of Wight, coming over to the mainland, the Big Island. Yes, it was a...
BTS, Red, Kestrel, just about to depart. Royal Pier outbound for cars, please.
It started off with a lump crab meat salad, a porcini mushroom risotto. Then it was a miso glazed black cod. That was the fish dish. The dessert was a triple chocolate brownie. Lovely. After a ship visit, that's a slap-up lunch is exactly what you want. I typically end up walking around sort of 4 or 5 miles around the ship on these ship's visits. Quite hard work. The captain does need a good lunch. In case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting you live and direct from the port of Southampton. There we go. 23 minutes this time for the captain's banner bingo. Looks like the sun's coming out. We're still getting this peculiar weather with showers and sun.
Just 6 Southampton. Just for information, with star at number 9 will be turning around, proceeding inward bound to the Empress Dock.
Well, shipmate Steve Cole says, can't wait to get on Queen Mary 2 next week.
HSC Marina, Western Shellfound.
Marina, we just sent you a traffic update with star at number 9 on the way inward bound for Empress.
That's all received, thank you.
Shipmate Steve Coles looking to get on Queen Mary 2 next week. Have some quality food and service, indeed. See some. Oh yeah, shipmate Chris Butler just tuned in. No honking, I take it. No honking this morning. Well, not that I heard anyway. Oh, it's getting very bright down here. Look at that. The sun is just coming in, making the Oceania Marina really pop. Look at that grey. We've got grey clouds in the distance. I think there's heavy rain in places. A couple of shipmates have been telling me it's been raining on the Isle of Wight and various locations. But look at that. She's popping out like I don't know quite what. Yeah, some lovely images this morning. Not often we have a morning live stream. Different light, different locations. It looks very calm there. The Southampton water looks very flat. The breeze is, it's only a very gentle breeze. Temperature 14.7 C. And 90% humidity. The red Kestrel's looking all bright and illuminated. The HMM container ship at the far end there, STC5. Yeah, I think there's some rain coming in. I think that's the one feeling I'm getting.
Thank you. Copy 10 bound Montreal is clear channel, please.
The weather forecast is for today. What is the weather forecast for today? Weather forecast. Oh, this morning. Oh, right, this morning. Oh, that would explain it. This morning, weather forecast is predicting thundery showers and a moderate breeze up until about mid-morning. And after that, it will improve.
Needle, busiest, thank you.
That excellent spanner carbon there makes a good point. There's the OOCL Montreal is just off of Cows at the moment. It looks like there'll be a Forley pass with the container ship. Well, I'd like to be using cruise cam, but cruise cam is not feeling very well. It's just having a little spinny fits at the moment.
Good morning. And traffic for you inward bound Oceania Montreal at West Bramble Boy, clear channel, having a Forley pass, there is Marina, at Western Shell.
Excellent spanner hated. Yes, it's not long till the Bramble Bank cricket match. No, that's very true. Not long at all. It's supposed to be Thursday, September the 11th. Weather allowing, of course. I think if it's not this Thursday the 11th, they're talking about postponing it to the Thursday afterwards. But the weather all looks a bit hit and miss at the moment. Oceania Marina, she's heading off to Barcelona. She's then going to be based in the Mediterranean for a little while, heading down to Greece. Got a few cruises around Greece and Turkey. And then she'll be heading back to Spain, ultimately over to over to Miami for the sort of winter months. In Miami for a little while. Then she heads down to Brazil, Argentina, up until about March time. Then after that, relocates back to the Mediterranean again, back to Italy, France. And then she's based out of Southampton for a couple of months in the summer for May and June. We'll see her quite a lot next year again. Then after that, she's heading up to sort of the fjords, over to Iceland. Then she's back to Southampton for a couple of weeks, and then sort of repeating of what's going on here. She's heading down to Spain, and then over to Rome, and then ultimately next winter heading over to Miami. And that's the container ship that she's going to have a Forley pass with, the OOCL Montreal. Certainly looking bright and shiny, that one.
BTS.
Vulcan Warriors, busiest.
0.6.
Welcome, Warrior Busiest. Thank you, that's all. Understood.
Looks like the red Kestrel's coming in for an overtake. Very daring of red Kestrel. Didn't know red Kestrel was such a speedy machine. Red Kestrel at 12.7 knots. Oceania Marina 8.4 knots. Steaming past. Red Kestrel, the freight-only ferry from Southampton to the Isle of Wight. Space on board for 12 passengers and quite a number of lorries and trucks and trains.
VTS, walk on wizard. VTS, walk on wizard. Good morning to you, ma'am. Just about to depart Vancouver Wharf, round for Mayflower Park. We have a draft of 1.1 and 5 persons on board.
Welcome, Busiest, Pagan. All understood, thank you.
Looks like there's been a bit of rain down here in Netley. Raindrops on the cameras. In fact, it looks like it's raining. I can see more raindrops on the cameras. They have predicted thundery weather. Oceania Marina, next port of call is over in France. Over in Bordeaux, France, so not too far to go, so not much of a rush. Well, Lou, this has been the loveliest start to my day. Excellent. Yes, it's unusual. Not often we have a ship's TV first thing in the morning.
Welcome, Warrior. Clear.
Welcome, Warrior Busiest, thank you. Please turn your AIS form. Okay.
There you go, there's the Oceania Montreal. And there's the Oceania Marina, and they will pass here at the Forley Deep. That is the only place that two large vessels can pass each other unless they're further out at sea. Just one ship departing later today at a more usual time of 4 o'clock, and that's that Regal Princess. And then with no ships on Friday, which is unusual. Saturday will be a super Saturday with 5 departures. Currently, it will be the Arcadia at 4 o'clock, the 70 Apex at 4 o'clock, and the Ventura at 4 o'clock. Followed by the Iona at 5 o'clock, and then rather later than that, at 8 o'clock, will be the MSC Virtuosa. And that's not until Saturday. That's the Wit Star, another bunkering vessel coming in.
Then Triton, Southampton Beach. All understood, thank you. No immediate traffic. Over.
As you can see just how bright it is. The Oceania is really lit up. There's just little pockets of sun around.
Enough south, thank you. Will be inward bound UKG Bluefin, coming back from Navigational ground.
Little pockets of sun around in between all this thundery rain and storms.
Thank you. There's the OOCL Montreal. So she's just about to head past Cowshot Spit, ready for her pass at Fully Deep with Oceania Marina. You can get a fully pass in the morning. That's going to be unusual. Make extra viewing. And then we can all get off to work afterwards. Looking fairly calm out there in the sun. The wind is very gentle. Yeah, there's a few little white caps, but generally I think that's reasonably decent weather. I'm just having a quick look on the map. Not a lot around. There's a few yachts. A few yachts here and about, but not a lot. Rough and ready. Probably no picture on that one. No. A few yachts about, but not many. Yes, you can see visibility. Not great, the Isle of Wight there. Where's the visibility? Visibility 15.7 nautical miles. I'd almost say it looks a bit better than that, really, because I could just about make out some of the hills on the Isle of Wight. Oceania Marina will be passing the OOCL Montreal at Fully Deep. Montreal. Thank you.
It's just passing, it's getting very close to Cowshot Spit at the moment. OOCL Montreal,
Yes, hello.
rather amusingly, has come from Montreal.
Hello.
Yeah, morning. We're leaving
44 for the OSL Montreal.
Eleanor, it's just thank you, that's all understood. And traffic for you, Vulcan Warrior and Vulcan Visit from the Itchen, approaching Empress around Mayflower Park.
Thank you.
Yes, rather amusingly, the OOCL Montreal is arriving from Montreal over in Canada.
PTSC Green will clear the dry dock and about 105 back.
Yeah, it's quite the trip to get over to Montreal in Canada. It's not the easiest of ports to get into. So there. She's coming in. She obviously had to wait a little while before she had clearance to come in. So there was a bit of bobbing about in the English Channel for a while. She's obviously come across the Atlantic, more or less a straight line. Then you've got to come in through this channel here, past all these various different landmarks on the way in. Quite the navigational task, I'd imagine, getting in all the way down here, and eventually into Montreal. That is quite a long way inland compared to, say, the more conventional ports like Southampton. But if I look over here, we should be able to see. There she is. Yep, that's the Montreal. Shipmate Catherine, at least it had a nice holding pattern like a plane. Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? Bobbing around in the English Channel for a bit. Yeah, that's quite the adventure, that is. I shall have to pop over to Montreal and see what the port's like. You can see the Forley Pass about to happen between the OOCL and the Oceania Vista. Yeah, it does look like a bit of rain there in the distance over on the island. Oh, shipmate Elizabeth Stevens says the heavens have opened here in Sussex. Yeah, I think it's very much the theme for the day. The current forecast is for thundery showers up until mid-morning. And then the rest of the day should be quite nice. beach huts there at Cowshot, looking particularly bright and outstanding this morning.
At Kestrel. Yes, thank you.
And we have a Super Saturday coming up with 5 ships departing this Saturday. Nothing on Friday. 5 ships on Saturday. The Arcadia at 4 o'clock, Celebrity Apex at 4 o'clock, Ventura at 4 o'clock, Iona at 5 o'clock, and then for some reason Embassy Virtuosa not until 8 o'clock. Just one on the Sunday, the Queen Anne, and just one on Monday. I imagine that will be quite popular on Monday. It is the Disney Fantasy again. What is the current forecast for Monday? Current forecast for Monday is sunny, bright and sunny. So maybe we'll get a good departure. I haven't had a good departure of the Disney Fantasy lately. She's either gone to the upper swing ground or it's been raining. And we've not heard the horns. First couple of times she was in port, it was fantastic. The last couple of times not been so good. So that's going to... Yeah, she's at 1 or 2 berths, so I hope she spins off the middle swinging ground. Then she'll come right past the camera and blow her horns. She has a particularly good selection of hornage on board Disney Fantasy. OOCL Montreal, built in 2003, 293 metres long.
We just thank you all received traffic information outward bound Marina at number 5 and clear channel vessel.
BTS Bargate. Good morning, just getting underway from Ferry for the Montreal Express.
Bargate, yes, thank you and good morning.
BCS Register 6 departing Town Quay to Cowshot.
Register 6, we just copy, thank you. Vulcan Warrior passing your station, Vulcan Wizard at 38.9 inward bound and with Star Western Shelf for Empress Dock. Outward bound Marina at number 5, clear channel. Oceania Montreal at Cudlin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The OOC Montreal has a TEU, that's a 20-foot equivalent unit. That's how they measure the number of containers on board. Has a TEU capacity of 4,402, which does seem like a lot. But some of these ships we get in port, like the HMM ship that we have here, at the other end, the HMM Stockholm will have a TEU somewhere in the region of 24,000. So that's 4,400, and that's 24,000. quite a big difference. There we go. There's the Oceania Marina, just on the other side of Cowshot Spit, heading down towards the Isle of Wight. Shipmate Jane Welch says visibility is looking okay over Sandown Bay. I'm basing that on looking out of my window. Well, can't say fairer than that, can you? Shipmate Pipsy says, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with this, but what happens at the boat show?" Boat show. That is the boat show here. The boat show happens in Southampton every year. It's the Southampton International Boat Show. We have it takes over Mayflower Park. Let me zoom out a little bit. So it takes over Mayflower Park. They're building a big marquee for all the exhibitors. And it's difficult to see because there's all sorts of bits and pieces happening, but they also add a lot of pontoons out here. So there'll be lots and lots. It's all for pleasure craft. So yachts, powerboats, dinghies, all those sorts of things. They all come along and they exhibit their wares, and you can get on board, have a look at them. You can even actually take a little trip out on some of them. And inside the big tents, they have all the navigation equipment and ropes and anchors and generators and interior fixtures and fittings, all those sorts of things. It's a very big boat show. I think, if memory serves me correctly, it might be the second biggest floating boat show in Europe, something like that. I will take a little trip down there. It starts on September the 19th for just over 1 week. Yeah, they have absolutely all sorts. They're quite keen to get people on the water. So they'll have everything from a £399 dinghy, paddle boards to hoverboards, to little sail dinghies, all the way up to almost super yachts.
And Triton, Southampton,
There's been a little bit of rough water out there. I can see the bows splashing off the bow of Oceania Marina. Sometimes you get a bit of chop around that corner of Cowshot Spit there. Different currents in the Solent coming around the corner there. Can be a bit bumpy just at that sort of spot.
BTS, ready, go, shortly departing Royal, Fear to Cows, please. BTS, ready, go, shortly departing Royal, Fear.
BTS gone to sleep. Yeah, so we've got a patch of sun down here for Oceania Marina. It's a bit cloudy and dark that way. But equally, look that way at the HMM Stockholm.
BTS Red Eagle departing Royal Fear to Klaus, please.
Looking beautiful that way. Look,
Red Eagle BTS all received, thank you. Traffic information, Double Hotel Montreal's at the Hound and we're bound for the container port.
That's received, thank you.
getting some great shots this morning. Not slightly different lighting conditions to the evenings when the ships normally depart. Also a little patch of sun here. There's the Red Eagle just radioed in to VTS. She's departing. Some blue skies to the right, some dark clouds to the left. I think that's very much the theme of this morning's weather.
Tugs for the Montreal, 87 working channel as usual.
Just about to see on Netlicam. Definitely some rain falling somewhere. I think it might be in the middle of Southampton water. The slightly taller red marker there in the water behind the green one. That's the Cowshot Spit marker. The area to the left there, over towards Cowshot, is very shallow indeed for quite some time.
C-sharp, BTS.
That's why it's quite popular with the kite surfers and so on.
C-sharp, Southampton BTS, yes sir. Your pilot boarding time is at 1130 this morning. Sharp BTS, yes sir. 11:30 charge. Southampton BTS, if you want piloted information, you need to go channel 9. Over.
There we are, looking straight down the nose of Oceania Marina. Well, shipmate Robert Pitt says, ahoy, early shipmate. Indeed. Early broadcast for a change. Not often we get morning departures. No, to be honest, I'm not even sure we've certainly had morning arrivals. I've live streamed a few arrivals in the morning. This could be the first morning departure, because a morning departure is very rare, especially this time of the morning. Occasionally we've had some that are sort of mid-morning, 11, 12 o'clock, where the ship's been off for a refit. I think I've broadcast a few of those, but I'm not entirely sure I've broadcast a 7 o'clock morning departure before.
Sunseeker 76, Southampton VTS.
Look at that, disappearing behind Cowshot Spit there. Definitely some rain somewhere. Visibility looking worse over towards the island.
Southampton BTS. All received, thank you. There's no reported traffic moving in the engine.
Like I said, the Oceania Marina, depending on which cruise you take, she's either on a 12-day to Spain or a 22-day to Spain. If you were on the 22-day trip to Spain, you'd have left Southampton, then you called in at Edinburgh, then Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands, then Stornoway, Isle of Lewis and Harris, then Dublin in the Republic of Ireland, then Belfast in Northern Ireland, then Liverpool in England, then Cork in the Republic of Ireland, then Torquay in the UK, then you came back to the port of Southampton, but then you continue on to Bordeaux in France, Bilbao in Spain, La Coruna in Spain, Port in Portugal, Lisbon in Portugal, Alicante in Spain, Valencia in Spain, and then finally to Barcelona in Spain.
105 Berth, I'm going to sit outboard with turning on 106.
BTS all received, thank you.
BTS, walk on Wizard, all secure Mayflower Park.
What was the BTS copy, thank you?
BTS, walk on Warrior, on station Mayflower Park.
Well, for Moria, BTS copy, thank you.
The Walk On Warrior and Walk On Wizard, a couple of sort of work boats that they're helping build up the Southampton International Boat Show. They'll be down there setting up the pontoons. But yes, what a great way to start your day. Hopefully you can have breakfast somewhere with a view out of the window.
Oceania BTS all received, thank you.
Find out back to the Empress 23.
All received, thank you.
Yeah, a little bit of chop out there in the sun. It's not too bad. Definitely a little bit. The sun that we had earlier here in the port has gone. Definitely, I think, a morning of showers again. Heavy showers. They're forecasting thundery showers, no less. Oh, the ship. Oh, excellent. Spanish comment. Looking forward to a porridge. Do you know what? Almost feels like a porridge day, doesn't it? Yes, it does feel like a autumnal morning. Time for the porridge. Question is, do you have it the correct way with water and salt? Well, it should be phosphor dots. This morning, Captain Co. They're a tad late. Never mind. Just along the coast, eastwards, and it's equally bright and breezy here. Yes, it's very much the theme, I think, for the weather. In fact, what is the weather like for the rest of the week? I don't think it is. I think it's improving. Let's have a look. Actually, Friday looks better. Friday looks like a good weather day. Saturday looks absolutely fantastic, which is irritating, so I've got to do something Saturday. Sunday, back to rain. Next week, rain, wind. Gosh. Non-stop. Non-stop wind and rain next week.
Roger 7, BTS, yes, if it's safe to do so, thank you.
What is it, Peter Johnson? Shipmate CS28 says chucking it down again. Yeah, I think it is. When I was looking from Netlycam earlier, it's definitely patches out there, patches of heavy showers. Oh, excellent spell of comment. How should be out? No milk, the creamier the better. Blueberries, pumpkin seeds. I don't think I've ever had pumpkin seeds in my porridge before. Certainly had blueberries and handfuls of fruit, craisins.
UKD, Sea Line, BTS.
BTS Sea Line, yeah, I see the inward bound container ship passing dockhead. When it gets a bit nearer, my intentions are to head over to 103-ish and hold by the wall, giving them the main channel.
Sea Line, BTS will receive, thank you.
Well, the shipmate Susan Webb. What a great way to start the day. Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure this is the first morning broadcast I've done at this time of day that's a departure. I've done a few arrivals, but I don't think I've done a departure this time before. There's your bit, Peter Johnson. That looks like a nice compact Oceania Marina. Nice itinerary to match. Yes, lovely ships on board. All of the cabins are balcony cabins. All good size. The space on board is excellent, so there's definitely more space than your average cruise ship on board. I noticed that when I've been on for my ship visits and then talking to passengers on board. They particularly like the more spacious, less busy environment. Can't see anyone out in their balconies this morning. Nobody's having breakfast on their balcony. I think, if memory serves me correctly, room service is included. Oh, no, one person there. One person on his balcony. Particularly looking forward to a view of cows. More people on the balconies. In the proverbial dressing gowns. Yeah, not many, just a couple. As you made possible dots, or asking questions here, is the line stretched between the funnel and mast for lights, bunting, antenna, or something else? Good question there, shipmate. I seem to remember from the Oceania that they've often got bunting and lights up. Lights mainly. I can just about make them out. I think if you can see the little dots on that line, yeah, they're all the lights. And so when they depart at night time, actually quite well lit up. And there could well be some antennas in there as well, but yeah, certainly we see when they leave port they are lit up with strings of lights. We had something similar yesterday evening for the other ship, which I can't, the Dawn, Silver Dawn. Silver Dawn has a lovely string of lights right across her. Well, shipmate, excellent. I hate always asking on the cruise line, is it more the older generations that tend to travel with them? I mean, I think it tends to be more the older generations that tend to be on all the cruise ships. I would say yes, there were the old generations. They don't have any particular facilities for children, so it's not an adult-only ship, but they don't necessarily encourage children. The children are on board, tend to be well behaved, and there's not normally very many of them because it is ultimately quite expensive. But there's no sort of kids clubs and aqua parks and all these sorts of things for children. Definitely see the pockets of rain out there. It's getting quite dark over there now in Cowes. I think if you're out for the morning, shipmates, I'd suggest you take some wet weather gear with you. Perhaps an umbrella, raincoat. Maybe tuck into a bowl of porridge before you depart. Well, shipmates, hope you have enjoyed that one. Slightly unusual to have a morning departure. No ships on Friday. There is one ship this afternoon at 4 o'clock, the Regal Princess. I shall cover her. And then Saturday is a Super Saturday. We have 5 ships departing on Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock. Just like to thank everyone for joining into this broadcast. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. It does help the channel out massively. And to all those who have subscribed, many thanks. And for all my PayPal donors, Patreons, members of the channel, thank you very much for your continued support. As looks like the rain's just coming down here in port. Of course, couldn't do this without the help of our excellent spanners who not only look after the chat for this live stream, but all the other live streams. So, till next time, shipmates.